following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. The first of Willy Wonka's golden tickets was punched tonight in Philadelphia. Jim Kaat gets the win. The Phillies, in their first crack at trying to win the division, they sweep the Expos 5-1 and 6-5. Warren Brewster gets the win in Game 2. The Phillies are 96 and 61. They are guaranteed to have the best record in baseball. And, of course, will host Games 1 and 2 of the National League Championship Series. The Pirates kept pace. They beat Chicago today 2-1. Kent Tekulve got the win, but too much, too little, too late. They're 7.5 back. What happens over the weekend in Pittsburgh doesn't matter. The Phillies have won the division. American League East. One of the strange things you would think is that the Cleveland Indians are going to decide who wins the division. The Yankees, behind Eddie Figueroa, shut out the Blue Jays, 1-0. Reggie Jackson, a 31st of the year, the only run of the game. The Yankees' lead is now a game and a half because Paul Russell and company shut out the Orioles 6-0. Rick Manning goes 3 for 5 for that. So the Yankees on this Tuesday the 26th, 5 days left in the year, now have a game and a half lead and a magic number of 5. How did Milwaukee do? Well, Larry Sorensen won his 24th of the year. Milwaukee beats California 6-2. They get within 2 of Baltimore, but they're not making up any ground on the Yankees. They're going to see about that. In the American League West, Kansas City did what they were supposed to do. They beat Seattle 3-2. Larry Gura goes to 12-7. Tom House had himself a cup of coffee. He takes a loss 5-4. Meanwhile, the Rangers lose to Minnesota 11-9. Wow. So the magic number is still 3 for Texas, but Kansas City is making them shake in their Stetsons. It's 2.5 now the lead. Al Oliver, by the way, 4 hits and a homer for Texas. Other games of note, Houston beats Atlanta 3-2. The Braves commit 4 errors. Jim Rice still has a chance at Roger Maris. He has 56 home runs. They beat Detroit 17-2, and Rice drives in 7 in the process. Everything else really doesn't matter. Now, the focus today, Dodgers and Reds. If the Dodgers win, they win the West. We will know the National League Championship Series, which will start a week from Sunday. As Retro Sports Network presents Pennant Chase 78. Tonight from Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Tom Seaver trying to keep the Reds alive against Rick Rhoden as the Dodgers try to win the National League West. And tonight's game is brought to you by Digital Dice, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, iTunes, or iHeartRadio, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so, if Rick Rhoden can do his job, the Dodgers will win the National League West. They pretty much have 5 cracks at it. The next 3 against Cincinnati. Basically, it's win 1 and in. And they know that they will be heading east to Philadelphia for games 1 and 2. So not this Sunday, but starting next Sunday, if it's an odd number game, prime time. If it's an even number game, daytime. So that's how we're going to do it for the playoffs and the World Series. Odd at night, even during the day. So we get both of our nighttime and our daytime audiences in. Tom Seaver is looking for win number 18 and to extend the Reds season by at least one more day. In real life, this game didn't matter. The Dodgers clinched on the 23rd, and they pretty much get the chance to set up their rotation, which I still expect to be Bert Hooton in Game 1, Bob Welch in Game 2, Don Sutton at home in Game 3. If you look at this, if somehow the C's were to fall apart, and Southern California was to fall in the Pacific, you would try to get Seaver into Game 1 for the Reds. But look, it's just Dodgers win 2 outside of here going in the weekend. They're the champs. It's going to be really, really tough for the Reds to do. In fact, I would say it's pretty much going to be impossible. We know now it's going to be the Phillies. I'll take a closer look, but I think it's going to be Christensen Game 1 and Ruthven in Game 2 with Carlton and Game 3. Presumably, 99% chance that game's going to be in Los Angeles. And then we'll see about Game 4 and all that. That would set up Hoot and Christensen matchup in Game 5 for that. The Yankees are sitting kind of pretty right now. Cleveland beat the Orioles, and so the Yankees lead is 1.5. And they got Toronto for a couple more. Baltimore now has tumbled. They had a 2.5 game lead a week ago, and it's now slipped 4 games at the wrong time of the year. So tomorrow, by the way, before we get to this one, a split doubleheader for you at noon Eastern. The Twins and the Rangers. Can we get the Rangers to stop their slide in Arlington? We'll find out. That's the noon game. And at 7 p.m. on Friday night will be the Orioles and the Indians. And so, yes, the Tribe have a chance will decide who wins the East. So that's tomorrow's doubleheader for you. Noon will show you the Rangers and the Twins, and at 7, the Orioles and the Indians from Baltimore. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do on Saturday as we go into the last week of the season. But now, Tom Seaver is ready to go. And so Seaver will make one more start on the regular year. He has won his last 3. Rookie of the Year in 67, Cy for the Mets in both 69 and 73, their pennant years, and in 75 for the Mets as well, and Tom was indeed terrific. A 2.40 ERA, he is 17-5 on the year, fastball at 92, and a fly ball plus pitcher. Against the Dodgers, this is his 4th start, 24 1/3 innings, 19 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned. He has walked 23 and struck out 24. And so if the Reds are looking to extend their season one more day, they got the right man to do it. He's 3-0 with an ERA of 2.22, which is code for Johnny Bench to do something. In fact, he last pitched against the Dodgers last week at Dodger Stadium and won. 8 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 6. So in this full house here in Cincinnati, 255 1/3 innings, 196 hits, 78 runs, 68 earned, 20 homers, 75 walks, and 229 strikeouts. And the highest that Seaver's ERA has been all year is 2.48. Just a magnificent first year, full season, in the Queen City. Remember, the Dodgers have already clinched the division, so this lineup is probably not going to be what you would normally put out for a clincher. Ted Martinez at short will lead off. Lee Lacy will play second and bat second. The computer's running the Dodgers today. Reggie Smith in right field will hit third. Steve Garvey cleans up at first, so not too many regulars out of the lineup. Steve Garvey at first will clean up. Ron Cey at third will bat fifth. Dusty Baker in left will hit sixth. Rick Monday in center field will bat seventh. Steve Yeager, back in the starting lineup behind the plate, will go eighth. And Rick Rhoden, who is not playing at the U.S. Open as we speak at Wingfoot, will bat ninth and be on the mound. He should go unless we get another brawl. 120 pitches or so. For the Reds, again, remember, this game didn't really count for much of anything, but still a pretty healthy lineup. George Foster, a 5 and a 5 in left. Ken Griffey in center, a 6 and an 8. Champ Summers, a 3 and a 3 in right. Pete Rose, a 4 at third. Go Reds, big clue. Waiting for it to see if the Reds can pull this one off. Davey Concepcion is at short. Junior Kennedy at second is a 6, Concepcion a 9, and he's batting second. Dan Dreesen is an 8 at first, and Johnny Bench a 9 and an 8 behind the plate. Seaver an 8, but not the world's best fielder, at 882. So Ted Martinez at 269, a homer, and 5 RBI. Not a breath of wind, 80 degrees. It's almost like it's hot here in Cincinnati. So Seaver is ready, and so are we. Pitch to Martinez is a fly ball to center. Griffey's there, 1 out. Yep. The Cobell is not quite out there yet. Yep, a typical September afternoon on the Ohio River. Here's Lee Lacy at 274, 20 homers and 52 RBI. Pitch from Seaver. Struck him out. So that's 230 for Seaver on the year. And then I'll bring up Reggie Smith at 279, 22 homers and 81 RBI. Ground ball foul, first base side. Sparky gets that one. A ball and 2 strikes. We'll see. Rumors, of course, going around that Sparky won't be back here in 79 for the Reds. Pitch to Smith. Ball 4. So here's Garvey. Garvey at 310, 17 homers, 103 RBI. There's a fly ball to left. Foster has it to retire the side. Yeah, you guys didn't have some great ownership back then. Dodgers, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. So Rick Rhoden has lost his last 3. He is making his last start of the regular season. Yep. So Rhoden is trying to make the case to be the 4th starter come the playoffs. He is 8-9 with a 4.47 ERA. Yeah, I don't get how Marge was beloved. Against the Reds, because he's pitching for the Dodgers. This is his 3rd start. 11 2/3 innings, 17 hits, 14 runs, 13 earned. Walked 7 and struck out 5 and is 0-2 with a 10.03 ERA. Well, don't get that Bud Light on the ice yet. Good luck against Mr. Seaver. So on the 19th, he lost to the Reds. 7 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3. And Mr. Forsberg says the Tigers will thank the Reds. So here's the lineup that they'll face. That's how low the bar was in the Queen City. It's interesting because Burlington, Vermont is called the Queen City too. Pete Rose leads it off at 3rd. Wow, since the Crossley family died. Yep, so is Charlotte, North Carolina. Dave Concepcion will bat 2nd and play short. Ken Griffey is in center. He'll hit 3rd. George Foster in left cleans up. Johnny Bench will bat 5th behind the plate. Dan Dreesen at 1st will hit 6th. Champ Summers and right will bat 7th. Junior Kennedy at 2nd will bat 8th, and Tom Seaver, who threw 15 pitches in the 1st, will go 9th. Current owner, veggie magnate Bob Castellini, has just 3 winning seasons in 15 years. And counting. Yes, I think Detroit will... Oh, no, it would be... Rick, it would be a thing of Strohs in exchange for Sparky. And they can include Les Nessman, the 3-time Hog Award winning newsman of the year. Anyway, defensively for the Dodgers, Baker a 7 and a 4. Monday a 4 and a 3 in center. Yeah, let's throw those in too. Reggie Smith a 5 and an 8 in right. Yeah, you can keep him, and Herb Tarlick. Ronnie Say is 7 at 3rd. Ted Martinez a 5 at short. Lee Lacy a 4 at 2nd. They're giving Lopes and Russell a day off. Garvey a 9 at first. Yeager a 7 and a 6, I think, behind the plate. And Roden's a good fielder. He's an 8 with a 1,000. So Rose at 311, 3 homers, and 45 RBI. Yeah, I think Herb was secretly Jerry Springer in disguise. So was Jennifer Steve? Pitch to Rose is a ground ball to Martinez over to first for the out. Yeah, as long as Jennifer is part of it. Yeah, I remember that. After they fired him. And then Andy had to fire him again. So Dave Concepcion at 276, 6 homers and 66 RBI. Reds, by the way, 83 and 72. The Dodgers looking for win number 90 in game 157. So they have 5 chances to win the division here. Pitch to Concepcion, ball 4. So 1 out for Griffey at 255, 6 homers and 67 RBI. So the plan now is if we get a game 163, well, the Dodgers haven't won it yet, but they're close. If we get to any 163, will be Saturday night at 8 Eastern. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And then, as I said in the open, the odd number playoff games will be in prime time, and the even number playoff games will be at noon. So games 2 and 4 of each series will be lunchtime specials, and 1, 3, and any game 5 would be in prime time. So we will start in Philadelphia as the National League West winners, presumably the Dodgers, will be Sunday night, not this one, but next Sunday at 8 Eastern. So the playoff games will be 8 o'clock starts, just like we would watch on TV. Pitch or throw to first, Concepcion back. And the same, when is the U.S. Open? It's right now. Tiger was under par when I shut it off. And if one's my U.S. Open, it's already on YouTube. Played that one a while ago. Yeah, September 30th, when there's 8 games, are on the same day. ABC's doing games. Or ESPN on ABC. Pitch to Griffey. There's a ground ball to Roden. Only play is to first. Concepcion goes to second. 2 out for Foster at 267. 31 homers and 109 RBI. So in the World Series, 2, 4, and 6 would be lunchtime games. And 1, 3, no, not all at the same time. All on the same day. TBS and ESPN will do those games. The World Series, the odd games will be in prime time, and 2, 4, and 6, if we need it, will be at lunch. And it will be games 1 and 2 will be at the National League Park, and we have a DH this year. Pitch to Foster, struck him out. So Roden got him. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1, Dodgers and Reds scoreless. So say Baker and Monday. Oh, last day, all games at noon? Oh, for the season. Yeah. World Series this year is going to be at Globe Life Park. Here's Say, 248, 26 homers, and 85 RBI. Testing a new project idea of the day, playing the Cards and Cubs from 2018, and Miles Mikolas has a 1-0 no-hitter through 7. I've jinxed it for you. You're welcome. Pitch to Say. Line drive to third, Rose, 1 out. So Dusty Baker, 266, 8 homers, and 57 RBI. Popped up, bench. In the stands. So 1 and 2. Baker. Popped up, left side, Rose, 2 out. Oh, no, Ricky, I'm just trying to, the jinx is typing in or saying it, yes, which is why I've just jinxed it. 271 for Monday. And look at this. He's matched his real-life numbers. 1 triple, 19 homers, and 57 RBI. Pitch to Monday. Struck him out. So Seaver, yep. The jinx was on there. Seaver gets the K, bottom of the second, no score. If you don't want it said out loud, don't tell me. First pitch of the 8th is a solo blast by Kyle Schwarber. I've had 2. I made you cry? Why, did I fart in the same room that you were in? That would make me cry. I've had 2, and they've both been by Yankee pitchers. Catfish Hunter in a double elimination tournament for 78. No hit the Phillies, as a matter of fact. And Jim Bouton had one for me in a 64 replay. You're yes. Yes, I am. So here's Bench, 310, 26 homers, and 80 RBI. Pitch from Roden. Struck him out. 2 for Rick. 0-2 right at the knees. 1 out for Dreesen. 254, 17 homers, 80 RBI. And if you joined us late, the Phillies swept their doubleheader today, and so the Phillies have won the National League East. So everybody take out your tasty cakes, go to Wawa and buy some Yingling, and eat a cheesesteak. Because the Phillies have won the division for the 3rd straight year. Pitch to Dreesen is a fly ball left center. Monday is there, and there's 2 out. Dodgers trying to repeat as champions. Here's Champ Summers, 226, a homer, and 2 RBI. Up the middle, a base hit. So that's the first hit for anybody. And Summers is on with a 2-out single. Here's Kennedy at 306, 2 triples and 17 RBI. The Rangers have picked the wrong time to head south. And Eddie Figueroa shut down the Blue Jays 1-0. So the Yankees lead is now a 1.5 games. Pitch to Kennedy. There's a liner to center. Monday is there, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the 3rd, no score. So, you see, it's all E's in the X by Philadelphia. 96 and 61, they won 7 straight. They are playing hot at the right time, and they are 56 and 25 at home. The Dodgers, with a win the division, and they pretty much should. The Reds are 5.5 back with a magic number of 2. Texas has lost 5 straight at the wrong time. Kansas City has won 3 straight. They've cut it to 2.5. Texas closes the season with 4 against Seattle. Texas and Minnesota is a day game tomorrow. In the East, the Yankees' magic number is 5 because Cleveland beat Baltimore. So the Yankees are a 90-win team. The Dodgers are trying to be a 90-win team. Philadelphia's got an outside shot at 100 wins. Steve Yeager at 233, 8 homers and 33 RBI. Pitch from Seaver. There's a liner to left. Foster, 1 out. So the boys in maroon scouting this one out for the Dodgers. Here's Roden. He's hitting .304 with 8 RBI. Into right, Summers, 2 out. So here's Teddy Martinez. Seaver, 36 pitches through 9 batters, 2 2/3 innings, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Into left center, Griffey going back, gone. So it's a bench player that puts the Dodgers on the board first. to dead center on a 77-degree night, and the Dodgers go up 1-0 in the third. And there you go. If that's the only run in the ball game, then the Dodgers' magic number now is 21 outs. Well, good for you. Hope you feel better. So Chris Bryant struck out with the bases loaded to end the ninth. So 1-0 Los Angeles. Here's Lacy. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First hit for the Dodgers. In the left, Foster, 2-0 Dodgers. Bummer for Los Angeles that they have to go back home just to come back east. So Lacy playing his hit his 21st of the year, and it's 2-0 Los Angeles. Good timing at all. So that's the first 2 hits the Dodgers have. Now let's see what Reggie Smith can do. He walked his first time up. Line drive, Kennedy's there, and that will retire the side. But the Dodgers, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. Dodgers 2-0. So now, the magic number is 21. Seaver at 0.95, no homers and 2 RBI. Struck him out. Swung on and missed an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. So Rodden threw 9 batters, 37 pitches, 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Computer, by the way, is controlling the Dodgers. And so here's Rose. He's 0 for 1. To second, Lacy over to Garvey for the out. In real life, yes, that's right. Because I'm trying to help out a friend. And you're 5.5 back with 6 to play. You're not winning the division. Here's Concepcion, 276, 6 homers and 66. Oh, I did that. He walked his first time up. Rodden deals. Popped up. Yeager. Foul ball. So the count is 1-2. There's a ground ball to Lacy, and that's the inning. So the Reds go in order. We go to the 4th, 2-0 LA. Colton Wong stole home in the 10th to walk it off. That's awesome. AI doing that, or was that you? Someone was asking me the other day if the computer would do that. It was a sprint off. There, yeah, you can't walk it off on a stolen base. Here's Garvey. He's 0 for 1. Seaver deals. Struck him out. So he swung on and missed at 90. Oh, so did you call it? Oh, wow. Do you remember what his percentage was for stealing the base? He was saying he's 0 for 1. Long drive, center field. 3-0 Dodgers. And so Say blasts that one to deep center field. 38% is pretty high trying to steal home. Go right ahead. Put me on your big screen. Here's Baker. He's 0 for 1. So the Dodgers looking in pretty good shape, and this is how they've won 89 games all year. It is because they can hit. That was a pretty evil laugh, wasn't it? Seaver delivers, and there's a ground ball to short. Concepcion to Dreesen. Baker can run, and he's out by an eyelash. So a great play by Concepcion, 2 out for Monday, who struck out his first time up. So now I got to figure out, I got to pull a Ricky Keeler and do a tail of the tape slides. Dodgers are in with a win, which is why I did it. Phillies got in, they swept their doubleheader today. So we could pretty much say that even if the Dodgers lose this one today, that it's going to be Los Angeles and Philly. A week from Sunday night. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Lorenzo joined us late. Odd playoff games are primetime games. 5 Pacific. You got it? 5 Pacific for odd playoff games. 1, 3, and possibly 5. Even games will be the normal noon starts. Pitch to Monday. Ball 4. That's, well, if there's a Game 7 of an NLCS, that'd be pretty amazing. Here's Yeager. He's 0 for 1. Monday on first, 2 out. Tom Seaver's only allowed 3 hits. And they've all left the ballpark. There goes Monday. The throw down to Kennedy, and I don't know what Rick was thinking, but he's out. But the solo shot by Say makes it 3-0 Dodgers, bottom 4. And if we weren't doing as played the entire season, yeah. And so you'll have to wait 2 years before that because there's no LCS in 49. Griffey's 0 for 1. Foster and bench to follow. Ground ball to Martinez. Great stop. Over to Garvey. 1 out. Here's Foster. He struck out his first time up. I would think, yeah, if you got 3 off a Seaver. Roden pitching well. And the one thing the Dodgers, of course the Phillies do have a good bullpen as well. But the Dodger bullpen is pretty solid. And remember, in the playoffs, I manage the pitching. Pitch to Foster. Popped up. Martinez. 2 out. The question is, you lose Welch from the pen. He's going to be your Game 2 starter. Who do you put down there? Ron's intent on disgracing Seaver's memory. Just the fact that he's not in a Mets uniform disgraces his memory, but that's just me. Penn struck out his first time up. Seaver actually has pitched well for me in this replay. Ball 4. Here's Dreesen. He's 0 for 1. He's dead. He doesn't care anymore. Tom Seaver has the distinction of being one of 2 players to lose their tribute game. The other one was Don Shula to the 72 Redskins. The Bostock thing, we're not going to count that because it was just a regular game. Pitch to Dreesen. There's a ground ball right field, so bench will go to third. Runners on the corners for Champ Summers. 2 out. Roden here in the bottom of the 4th. Tying run at the plate. Summers singled his first time up. Ball 4. So Roden kind of lost the script where he says shut him down. Here's Kennedy at 0 for 1. Oh, that's bad. Bad, Brad. They're loaded. Right to Lacy, and he misplays it. Bench will score 3-1. So Lacy went to turn it off, and you can't throw it until you have the ball in your hand. So here's Seaver. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Dreesen on third, Summers on second, Kennedy on first. Popped up, left side, Say, and the Reds will leave him loaded. 1 run, 1 hit, no error, or 1 error. So we go to the 5th, 3-1 Los Angeles. So here's Yeager, 0 for 1, Roden, and Martinez, who homered in the 3rd. To face Seaver here in the 5th. There's a line drive center field. Steve Yeager's getting hit. You're having a good day. So here's Roden in a position here where he's going to bunt. 3 runs, 4 hits, an error for the Dodgers. And they've only left 1 on. The Reds, 1 run, 2 hits, and 5 left on. And I forgot, I'm playing the Reds. I got to bring the corners. Pitch to Roden. He drops 1 down. Bench to Kennedy. And there's 1 out. 2-4. So Seaver threw 18 batters, 4 1/3 innings, 73 pitches, 4 hits, 3 solo shots, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Martinez 1 for 2. In the right hooking foul, and somebody from, my gosh, WKRP made that catch. In real life, the 78 LCS, NLCS, every game was won by 4 or more runs except for the last one, which was a walk-off hit for the pennant. It should be. I'll be curious. We're not going to do playoff folders. We're going to do them just as a separate league. I mean, you know, we can throw stats at you until the cows come home, but what you might not have seen from Sutton and company in the regular season, you might see in the yep, Mr. Carlson made that foul ball catch. Yeah, the Dodgers pitching might come to 4. The Dodgers had a real life ERA of under 3.2. I think it was like 3.18. Pitch to Martinez, struck him out. So 2 out. That's 4 for Seaver, and here's Lee Lacy. 1 for 2. Say or to say score? Ricky corrected me on this. Say was involved. Pitch to Lacy. There goes Yeager. Ball 4. Say, yeah. Bill Russell. Okay. I've never heard him referred to as Leon Lacy before. That's why there's no picture. Here's Reggie Smith. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Bench and Seaver have a few words. Happy Thursday, Glenn. How are you? Struck him out. So we go to the break. No runs, a hit, and no errors. The Dodgers strand 2, but they are halfway home to a 1978 National League West Championship. They lead 3-1. Excuse me. Wow. Things go better with Coke, but not when it goes out your nose. So, here's how we got here. We now know. How you doing, Eric? And yeah, Bailey Quarters is fine with me. The Phillies swept their doubleheader earlier. They have won the East. The Dodgers are up 3-1 in their possible clincher. And here's how we got here. Teddy Martinez took Tom Seaver deep in the 3rd. His 2nd of the year to make it 1-0. Lee Lacy is 21st of the year to make it 2-0. And in the 4th, Ron Say to dead center to make it 3-0 is 27th. In the bottom of the 4th, Junior Kennedy hit a ground ball to Lee Lacy that Lacy muffed, and it made it 3-1. And so Tom Seaver, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 homers. Rick Roden, 4 innings, 2 hits and a run. It was not earned. So 68 pitches. He's walked 3 and struck out 3. Yes, the WKRP softball game. Most of those episodes were classic. Les moved around to every position Pete Rose played, and Mr. Carlson with the game-winning home run. Space, the final frontier. So Rose is 0 for 2, and the Dodgers 15 outs away. Liner in the left field, that'll drop for a hit, and Rose will hold with a single. Here's Concepcion, he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Throw to first, Rose back. Concepcion to Lacey. Only play is to first. They get Concepcion. Rose barrel down to second. 1 out for Griffey, who is 0 for 2. That's those batting averages. Rodden's in trouble here. 3-1 Dodgers, bottom of the 5th. Got him! 2-2 fastball. That's 4 for Rodden and 2 out for Foster, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So on this Tuesday night, the 26th of September, Rodden deals. There's a liner to left. Baker makes the catch. We go to the 6th. No runs, a hit. The Reds leave a runner on. Los Angeles 3, the Reds 1. So Garvey, Say, and Baker to face Seaver here in the 6th. Garvey is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And there's a fly ball center field. Griffey will go back and make the catch. 1 out for Say. 1 for 2. Don't have a Keurig, Lorenzo, eh? Say with that solo shot just to the left of the center field marker. And Rodden is doing well. Ball 4. Tough to pitch against Seaver. 4th walk for Tom. Here's Baker. He's 0 for 2. Into right. Summers has it for the out. So 2 out for Monday. He is walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. You usually make your own pour over, okay? Pitch to Monday. Struck him out. So Seaver got him to swing and miss at a curveball. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 Los Angeles. So bench, Dreesen and Summers. Using your wife's machine today. Oh, you have his and her machines. I have a tea bag and a microwave. That's what I do. Bench, 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck him out. Swung on and missed at 86. 1 out for Dreesen. It was 1 for 2 with a single. And Maddox won't let me drop any fly balls. You never know. I mean, crazy stuff can happen. So Dreesen 1 for 2. So when we play this week, this would be the series that starts on a Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday would be the off day, and then Friday, Saturday, and there won't be any fingernails left for Mr. Lorenzo if we're playing Game 5 on the Sunday. Yes, Garvey will drop his fly at some point that week. Don't pick on your wife like that. Here's Dreesen. He's 1 for 2. Ground ball to Lacey over to Garvey, and Tommy can start to feel it. We go to... Oh, there's 2 out. For Summers, who singled and walked. He's 1 for 1. Rodden, after that one rough inning, has gone to pitch well. Right back to Rick. Over to Garvey, and that will retire the side. The Dodgers are 9 outs away. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 7th. Dodgers 3, Reds 1. So Seaver will face Yeager, Roden, and Martinez here in the 7th. Yeager 1 for 2. So the Dodgers about to repeat as division champions. To third, Rose, 1 out. And remember, the Yankees have flipped the script. They've made up 4 games in the last week. Playing the Blue Jays will do that. Oh, it's Corbell. Here's Roden. He's 0 for 1. Struck him out, and there's 2 away for Martinez. Teddy Martinez homered in the 3rd to make it 1-0. Seaver, 27 batters deep, 109 pitches. 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 homers. He walked 4 and struck out 7. And since he's due up in the 7th, this will be it for Seaver. Long drive, right field. He's going to go for 2. And Teddy Martinez trying to get on the 25. What a performance. Yogi celebrated with Yoo-Hoo. He got paid to celebrate with Yoo-Hoo. And back then, that was real money. Here's Lacey. He's 1 for 2. Solo shot, a walk, and a strikeout. Of course, when the Rangers had all their success, they celebrated with ginger ale with Jock Hamilton. That was real chocolate. I haven't had a Yoo-Hoo in years. The key, they used to make strawberry Yoo-Hoo. You imagine that aftertaste on that? Ugh. Pitch to Lacey. Struck him out. What year did Lasorda give up the ghost and get into coaching? And it's pretty telling that in Lasorda's first 2 years as the skipper of the Dodgers, he won the division twice. In fact, he won the pennant twice in real life. We'll see what the Dodgers do against the Phillies. Junior Kennedy's 0 for 2. Line drive to right. Smith is there, 1 out. So we sing Who Can Hit a Righty? Cover it in cheese. It'll be Mike Lum at 319, 8 homers and 34 RBI. Oh yeah, 88 might be one of the greatest managing jobs of all time. I mean, what Gibson hit 23 homers that year? That Reds team, though, in 90 was pretty stacked. And a lot of those kids played here in Burlington for the Reds when we had the team. And they won the Eastern League 3 years in a row. Pitch to Lum into right field. Back goes Smith, and that is off the wall. Lum will hold at second with a double, 1 out. For Rose, who's 1 for 3. So Roden, 27 batters deep, 92 pitches, 6 1/3 innings, 4 hits. He's walked 3 and struck out 5. Yes, the $88 Dodgers had less talent. Nettles won that 78 series for the Yankees. And Reggie Jackson's hip. Hey, the Red Sox made the playoffs with Todd Benzinger. We ran the A's in 88, but didn't you have Parker in 90 as well? Pitch to Rose up the middle. Monday makes the catch, 2 away. Oh, Parker was an A then. Okay. And you stole this. Yeah, but it wasn't fair. Asaski developed vertigo in Boston. Here's Concepcion. He's 0 for 2. Smith, Garvey, and Say in the 8th for the Dodgers. Ground ball to Garvey. Takes it to the bag himself, and we're down to 6 outs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 8th. 3-1 Dodgers. And so, who are we throwing out here? Mario Soto will start tomorrow night. So, Doug Bear, they have a starting pitching weakness by about a half a run a game. But their offense, like I said, I think this version of the 78 Dodgers emulates Boston very well. They can hit. And it's not like they can't pitch. But both the Phillies and the Pirates didn't give up 600 runs this year. They can really, really pitch. So Doug Bear making appearance number 66, 5-4, 35 saves, an ERA of 1.99. Against the Dodgers, appearance number 5, 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 4 and struck out 1. He does have 2 saves, but a 5.79 ERA. Last appearance was against the Padres on the 14th. Went an inning, allowed a hit, struck out 2. So 90 in the 3rd innings. 73 hits, 20 runs, all earned, 3 homers. He walked 32 and struck out 81. Ground ball plus pitcher and the fastball at 95. So trying to keep the Dodgers at bay, at least to get the Reds to scratch one more out here. Smith is 0 for 2. He's walked and struck out once. Got him again. So 0-2 fastball at 93. I'd have to look. I like the Dodgers pen. I'm just not sure. I mean, and of course, the big difference is they're going to be able, well, yeah, and because their starters haven't been good in the regular season, you got to use Welch as a starter. I mean, they're stacked pretty well. It's Houghton in Game 1 and Welch in Game 2. And they have to split. They can get it home 1-1. You get Sutton in Game 3. And then the game engine really doesn't want you to use a starter on 3 days rest. So we'll see. But that's a game engine issue. Pitch to Garvey. Ground ball to Kennedy. Over to Dreesen for the out. Who would have thought that Don Sutton and Steve Carlton would be the Game 3 starters? Being 2 Hall of Fame pitchers. Here's Say, 1 for 2. Solo shot in the 4th. Made it 3-0. Got him. So swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-1 Dodgers. The Dodgers' offense is solid across the board. I don't know who I go with in a game for. I think it depends on what the situation is. Philly can use Cott. Here's Griffey. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Kind of a full circle moment for Cott, who was Sandy Koufax's foe in Game 7 of the 65 series. Ground ball to Martinez. Over to Garvey, 1 out. And, of course, everyone rightfully raves about Koufax going on 2 days rest in Game 7 of the 65 series. But so did Jim Cott. George Foster is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. 1 out. Rodden's only throwing 99 pitches. Into shallow right center. Monday, 2 out. And here's Bench. He's 0 for 2. He scored a run. He has walked and struck out twice. And nothing's going to be sweeter for Tommy than to celebrate here in Cincinnati. Pitch to Bench. Up the middle, a base hit. Johnny says, hold the phone, folks. Here's Dreesen, 1 for 3. Only the 5th hit for both teams. Dodgers 3-5-1. They've left 5 on. The Reds 1-5-0. They've left 7. Baker, Monday, and Yeager in the 9th against Bear. Up the middle, Lacy to first, and the Dodgers are 3 outs away. So, no runs, a hit. The Reds strand their 8th runner of the ball game. We go to the 9th, 3-1 Los Angeles. So Baker 0 for 3, Monday 0 for 2, and Yeager 1 for 3. Bear struck out 2 in the 8th. Base hit left center field. So the leadoff runner is on for Monday, who was struck out twice and walked. He's 0 for 2. Little drag bunt. Bench throws to Kennedy covering. And so Baker on second, 1 out for Yeager. Ground ball to Concepcion. Over to Dreesen, 2 out. So the Dodgers are going to win the division, probably, with 90 wins. They're going to have 5 games left after this. Of course, it doesn't matter what your regular season record is as long as you win. They clinched 3 days later than they did in real life. Rodon's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. And Joe Ferguson's going to pinch hit. So Rick Rodon can win the ball game and cannot lose it. Ferguson at 186, 3 homers and 18 RBI. Summers, Kennedy, and a pinch hitter for the Reds in the bottom of the 9th. In the left, Foster. And now it's time to wheel out the champagne. Terry Forster, who is 4-2 with 13 saves and an ERA of 2.91. Will get the honors, his 39th appearance of the year. He is a ground ball extreme pitcher and a fastball at 91. And if you're wondering about save attempts, he's converted 13 of 18. Against the Reds, he is now, this is his 6th appearance, 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 2, and is 1-0 with 2 saves. The man not known as a fat tub of goo in 1978, last pitched last week. So rest, I don't think they do that for this. Rest 2 is in Forster's wheelhouse. 2 innings against the Reds in Dodger Stadium, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. Nope, nothing special for this. Wasn't even sure which game I was doing until I started playing them. So 43 in the 3rd innings, 40 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned, 4 home runs allowed. He has walked 13 and struck out 23. Who can hit a lefty? So Rick Auerbach will pinch hit. 203, 3 homers and 5 RBI. Forster 3 outs away from a tenant. Ground ball to Lacy. Over to first. 1 out. Nope, no one's getting those. You got the game called. That's what's special about it. Dodgers beat the Yanks in 7. In your replay? I can see that. Like I said, Craig Nettles won that series for New York. Junior Kennedy is 0 for 3. 2 outs away. Forster. Up the middle, a base hit. And the Reds have the tying run on. Or at the plate. Who can hit a lefty? So Vic Corral. It's my replay, dude. 246, no homers, and 15 RBI. Throw to first. Kennedy's back. Not going to steal. to short. Martinez, Lacey for one. Garvey! Go running, Tommy. You won the division. The Dodgers are champions of the National League West in 1978. Yeager and Forster hug on the mound. Teddy Martinez with a home run that turned out to be one of the three. So the Dodgers beat Seaver to win the division. So Rick Rhoden, 8 innings, 5 hits, no earned runs. He walked 3, struck out 5 through 105 pitches to win it. Forster, his 14th save, an inning. Yep, a lot of hits. Seaver, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs all earned, 3 home runs. He walked 4 and struck out 8. He had plus stuff. And so it'll be Ted Martinez is going to win our Digital Dice Player of the Game. We did a great interview, by the way, with Kerry Batts from Pro Strategy Football. All right, so the National League is done. It is the Dodgers and the Phillies a week from Sunday in prime time. And so the rest of our replay will turn to the developing sagas in the American League. Texas can't win to save their lives. And the decision desk is kind of going. So their magic number is 3. Still. But the lead is down to 2.5. The Yankees are in a lot better shape than they were about 4 days ago. 91-66. A game and a half over Baltimore. And 3.5 over Milwaukee, who keeps winning. But they need other teams to lose to do it. And Milwaukee only has 4 games left. The Yankees have 5 left. The Orioles have 6 left. Texas has 5 left. Kansas City has 4 left. So, there you go. That's the story. So, a split doubleheader tomorrow. The noon game will focus on the West, Texas and Minnesota from Arlington. At night, we'll go with the East. We're going to do Baltimore and Cleveland. So, noon and 7 on a Friday. Enjoy the golf. U.S. Open. Great stuff. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.